Yo, what up? This is Kenny. In this video, we're going to go over how to use the Steph Curry hop jumper. We're going to go through all the moves this hop jumper has to offer, the pros and cons of each move, and then I'm going to give my final thoughts at the end. So let's get it. Alright, first up, let's go through the stand still animations. Curry has a bunch of really good, like short, choppy, one-step animations that don't look like they create a lot of space when you're just fucking around the Gatorade facility, but check this out in game. Most of Curry's animations just get the ball off really quick, which is still true with these quick, snappy little one-step animations that only create like a couple feet, but look how quick the ball gets off. I mean, people just get froze. They don't have time to recover. Just messing around the Gatorade facility trying to create some cool combos. Check out some of the cool shit you can come up with using your size-up escape and behind the back. If you interrupt it in the right place, you can get this really cool double hop. Check this out. This move is really fucking sick. You also get these really big side hops that create a ton of space with Curry if you go opposite ball hand. And look how it looks when you interrupt it at the right point in the if you combo it up with your size up escapes. If you interrupt it at the right point, it's super glitchy. Like, this seems like it'd be a really good move working around a screen. Alright, next up, let's look at the moves you get in the non-dominant direction. So Curry has two moves in the diagonal away from the basket, and just like Zach LaVine, I am not sure what causes this. I think it's just kind of RNG, but with Curry, they're actually both really good moves. One is just way faster than the other. So these are all the fast version that I'm showing now, and then I'm going to show a few examples of the slow version, and then we'll do side by side. Here's the slow version. Again, still a really good move. So being that it's totally RNG, not knowing which one you're going to get, the challenge here is just preparing yourself for either the fast shot or the slow shot. So as you can see here in the side-by-side, they are very different. It may be hard to tell in real time, but when you put it in slow-mo, you can really tell the difference. So the hardest shot to learn in the Steph Curry hop jumper is definitely the fast version of this diagonal away from the basket hop, because it's just so fast. The release is really tricky. It's hard in real time to read this. You have to really lock in. And then obviously it's made even harder because there's two versions of it that's totally fucking RNG. So that's just the biggest downside of this hop jumper, is figuring out which one of these two animations you're going to get. And it sucks because they're both so good. So it really sucks when you just murder somebody, get their ankles, whatever, and then brick it because you weren't ready for that shot. So what I do is I prepare for the fast shot and then adjust for the slow. So I go into it expecting the fast one, and if I get the slow one, I adjust to the slow, because there's no way you're going to do that in the other direction. Okay, now we're looking at the 90-degree to the left side hop animation for Curry. So again, like I mentioned in the Zach LaVine video, I do these on accident. This is not a move I generally do on purpose. I'm always trying to hop backwards away from the basket. These side hop animations are usually really fast in most hop jumpers, and that's true with Steph Curry. So they're just hard to pass out of, especially using the square method like I do. So I've just learned over time to let it fly and hope for the best. Curry's directly right on the stick move is actually right out of the normal hop jumper. It's a pretty decent little gather move, but it's not one I go for very often. The sprinting towards the basket animations are probably my favorite, just because they're so beautiful looking and they create great space. They're fast, snappy, quick release, and they just absolutely fucking look like Chef. I mean, this shit is beautiful. I was primarily using this move to attack the mid-range, but I'm pretty sure you can find a way to use it at the 3 too. This move actually works in both directions, either hand, which is pretty cool. Alright, now let's look at the animations you get sprinting towards your dominant direction, which is the right for me. This diagonal away from the basket animation is really good, really fast, really snappy, gets the ball off quick, and it's like leaning away too. Super hard to defend this move. This is the only time I got a different one, and that's because it switched hands right before. But check out the main one where it's in your dominant hand. That animation is so good. I mean, that is quick, snappy, will get ankles and get you open. Here's the 90-degree on the stick side hop animation. Again, I never do these on purpose. Here is the 90 degrees left on the stick. Now this is actually just the normal move. It's the same move that's in normal, but I actually do this on purpose sometimes, and towards the right for whatever reason. Sometimes it's just to avoid going out of bounds, or sometimes it's just to stay within my tight space I have to work with. Okay, so let's go through our final thoughts on this hop jumper. This one was really hard to learn, and really just because of those non-dominant direction hops having two versions. I mean, both versions are hard to learn on their own, and then you have to deal with the fact that there's some RNG bullshit where you might get one or the other. So that's really just tough to deal with, but they're really good animations, and all the animations throughout are really good. Now, I will say, and caveat this with, I played the least amount on my 6'4" build, and I haven't really tried a lot of the other hop jumpers. So I'm going to roll through some of the other notable hop jumpers that I would like to try out if I get back into playing on my 6'4". First up, Kent Bazemore looked really promising. Had this nice double hop. I think it has another double hop in the other direction. It has the walk back, some decent looking side hops. Trey Burke is another one that looks interesting to me because he does a lot of really like stop on a dime and just cut straight back animations with like the snatch back, and there's some walk backs. Then of course you've got Davion Mitchell, which was probably the most popular hop jumper for the 6'4" and under builds at the beginning of the year because it's what Ticino was using. Now it looks like it's got a lot of cool moves in it, not just that one-legged side hop bullshit. So that's one to definitely check out. Then the last notable mention I would say is Trey Young. I've messed around with this a decent amount in the Gatorade facility. He's got some really cool double hops, side hops are really good. He's got this nice like behind the back move he does. So anyway, that's all I got for this one, guys. Thanks for checking it out. Catch you on the next one. Peace.